LMB Simmer, and welcome to my channel. I am going to start again with the inheritance game. This is episode 4, but it's kind of like starting over. What happened is, if you watched the previous episode, episode 3, the game quit on me. It kind of crashed when I tried to get the grandma and Lila to cook together. It just totally crashed. I couldn't get it to come out of that, so I had to force close my computer down and everything. And unfortunately, I did not save in between episode 1 and 2 before 3, so lost everything. So we're kind of starting over. On one hand, that's really great, because on one hand, I did make a few changes, and one of them is that you'll see here that I downloaded a house from, I think it's Jessicapie, and she's on YouTube, and I downloaded a house she made. I found it. I spent 5 hours on the gallery looking for a home for this family that made perfect sense, but I put them into Newcrest because I still wanted them to kind of be by the city. But I started talking it over with my family and my dad, and he's like, well, if the grandma's really into cooking and gardening and some of the other things, he doesn't think she would be directly in the city, and especially at her age. So I did get them this nice house in Newcrest, and then I went through and renovated the bedrooms to make them kind of fit more towards the characters. The grandmas, I didn't really have to switch too much up, and the colors in the house even really worked great, so it's awesome. So thank you so much for Jessicapie for putting this fabulous build on the gallery so that I could utilize it for this gameplay. Alright, so we're going to start new, and we have a pop-up here that says new personality trait. Nessa has been feeling really cheerful lately. Things are going well, and Nessa doesn't have a care in the world. Embrace the change. Yes, well, all I did was pop them in here, and I do have to say real quick, I did, besides doing their rooms, are you going to pause or not? There you go. Besides doing the rooms, I did give them a few new makeover things with some of their outfits, but I didn't want to make over them too much because I still wanted them to read as the characters they were created. So they do have a couple new outfits that I've made for them. I don't think I did too much for Eddie because he was just had the right fit the way he was, but I did give some updated outfits for the girls a little bit. But we'll go up here, and then this is the home, and they're on the big lot here in Newcrest. And then we'll go ahead and kind of, can I angle? No, it's not going to let me angle it this way. So we'll just do it this way. So this is the ground floor. Don't think this one had this one does have a basement. That's right. Because in the basement, we're going to get them a butler, because there's a perfect room down here and stuff for the butler. And then up here are all the bedrooms. So this one's going to be grandma, and since I looked up, her favorite colors that EA had already given her were brown and black, so this bedroom was pretty much perfect for her. Then I changed this room for Eddie, he's green and black, and then this one is Lila's room. Her favorite colors are purple and black, and she's into guitar and stuff like that, so that's her room. And then this one is Ava's room. Her favorite colors are red and black, so I have that all reflecting in the rooms, and then we'll add more things as time goes on and as we play. But yeah, we are essentially starting over, but I was able to do a little bit of research on this family and found that completing some of these things trigger the other parts of the event to happen, and some of them I might have been going through too fast in the past. So if I want it to play out a little bit better and a little longer. So what I am going to do is not throw this dinner party right away, but work on these other optional choices first before we throw that dinner party, and see how many of these that we can click off. I don't know if we'll do all of them or some of them, because some of them kind of counteract some of the other things. Like I did hear that doing the donation one doesn't really matter, but if you have the siblings fight, it can be harder for them to come back from that again. And but these other ones, if they befriend each other, if they get through the dinner party without fighting, and if they apologize to the grandmother, those can all be done in tandem. But if you do have them fight, it can be a lot harder to mend their relationships with each other. So, which I don't see that as one of the things here, but I think eventually, so maybe that's part of the second one, but eventually you're supposed to heal the relationships, or try to heal the relationships with the grandchildren. And it sometimes bubbles up as anger or reproachful rage. Okay, so she's definitely got something going on here. And I don't think I've ever seen this one. Was this make an enemy? Oh my goodness, because she's mean. Well, I don't know about that, but because we're going to try to work on their aspirations too. And I might have to cheat some of Granny's aspirations because, like, she become a parent. You already are a parent. You have grandchildren. So, well, we might have to work on figuring out how to do those and to cheat some of those. But I am so excited to start with these guys. And then another thing I wanted to say is that I think I forgot, but I apologize for being not around much after having the flu. I was still having some gut issues, and so I'm on medication, but the medication has not been kind, so I've been really struggling through it. So I apologize, but hopefully we'll get these videos done. We'll get them up. We'll get them going, and I can be back to being more consistent. So here we go. I am deeply disappointed with the way things have gone for all of you. You have a proud family legacy to uphold, and it's clear that you've let it slip through your fingers. You've squandered your opportunities and shown little regard for the values that have made us who we are. If you want to have any hope of inheriting a share of my fortune, you'll need to demonstrate that you're willing to work hard and make something of yourselves. Prove to me that you've turned over a new leaf and the inheritance could be yours. So we can either say, how dare you, we deserve that money, or sorry, Grandma, please don't be rash, we can change. Now, with Ava's attitude problem, last time I figured that she would say that, and I still think in some way, because it is Ava who pops up here, in some ways I still think that she would be like, how dare you, do we deserve that money? But then also at the same time, she wants to get the money, right? So, you know, she would probably be very good at trying to please Grandma and make it. So I think this time we'll go ahead and try the sorry, Grandma, please don't be rash, we can change. And that also plays into, I kind of view, okay, since the kids have the same last name as Grandma, it probably was the dad that was her son, and obviously there's no parents here for them. So I feel like probably their son got married, had the kids. Maybe Grandma didn't like the way they were being raised because they have been raised, you know, to just do whatever they want and not do anything to put themselves into a good standing for life in the long term, just living off the money. And I feel like Grandma doesn't like that. She wants them to know that they'll be able to be self-sufficient someday when she's not around to help them out. And then I feel like their parents have passed away, and since their parents have passed away, that they now have been forced to live with Grandma. They lost everything. And now Grandma wants them to show that they have some ambition to take care of themselves in life. So I'm going to put this one, sorry, Grandma, please don't be rash. We can change, because from the storyline that I am telling, like I said, they have literally lost everything. Their parents died, and everything was, you know, maybe their parents were living a little too high off the hog, as one of the sayings goes where I come from, and they squandered their money and there was nothing left. And so when the parents passed away, oops, sorry, excuse me for that. When the parents passed away, I feel like the companies came in and took everything, their house, their cars, all their stuff. So they really had nothing but their clothes and a few other belongings maybe that weren't sold off to pay for the debts. And then Grandma came in and said, why don't you come live with me? But they don't really know their Grandma very well. I figured that's maybe part of the story and why they have such hurtful relationships, because probably the son and the Grandma were in such disagreement over the way he was raising his children. So I'm going to have Grandma go and kind of take care of her garden over here. It already came with some garden things, but some of them weren't planted. So I'm gonna have her work on that and give her some space away from the kids. So that will work. So we'll start with that one. And she also really wants to listen to some romantic music, so we might have her go do that. He wants to level up in programming and listen to alternative music. Ava wants to start a new career and make an enemy. Making an enemy is not really going to show that she's changing to a Roman though. And Lila wants to listen to S-pop or play any instrument. So we definitely are going to have them go do that. And take care of some of the things that they need to do. And if I just kind of have everybody kind of do their own thing for a while, maybe that will give them some space. And then, because they said you really want to get the grandma in a good mood, so we're gonna try to do that and see if that does anything to help. Okay, we need programming over here for him, and then her, I don't really know. I know she likes fitness and some other stuff, but right now the only people around are her family. The only people she knows is her family, and I don't want her to make enemies because, of course, we're trying to get some good outcome here. I think that's our ultimate goal, is to see if we can't get a good outcome. So let's go ahead and have her. We're gonna assign the bed to her, and we'll put her on the right side since that's where she's a nightstand. And then also, sorry, this will be a lot of setting up again, I apologize. And then in Lila's room, she's got a nightstand on the left, so we'll put her on the left. Are you there? We go. And then in here, he's on the left too. So that one's Eddie's room. And then there's an extra bedroom in here with an ensuite that they probably just use as a guest. And then this one is Grandma's room. And I kind of felt like perhaps, well, Grandma could be over here or over here, but there is a book. She lives alone, but I like the butterfly picture over here. I changed the picture out. It was an apple, which just seemed a little weird. But I bet this was Grandpa's side at one point, and this is her side. So, but I feel like she probably sleeps on this side now. So we'll put her on that side. I can always change it later, but we'll put her on that side. And then, he did not go do what I asked him to do. I need to quit pausing the game. Sorry, sometimes I can get a little overwhelmed when I'm trying to do a lot of things at once, so I'll try to keep refraining too much. Okay, can you not get up the stairs? What is going on with the house? Lila made it upstairs, so they should be able to come upstairs. Did Grandma go and plant? Did anybody do? Okay, she's planted now. And we might eventually, oh no, dispose of dead plant. Well, we're gonna be dispose of dead plant. That one's dead too. No, okay, just that one. We might have to eventually get a gardener to kind of help Grandma out for sure. But anyway, we're going to come up here. Now let's see if we can get, I'm gonna pause it for 1 second. See if there's a reason he can't get in his room. Maybe something isn't placed right and he can't reach the computer. I didn't move the computer from where it was originally placed, but I did put this stereo on the desk, and he can't seem to get to the computer. I'm going to try one more time, and then we'll have to go into, okay, well, can you sit on the chair? You can sit on the chair. Okay, if you're sitting on the chair, can you use the computer? Aha, you can. All right. I just have to baby step him, I guess. All right. So, and then I don't know what to do with Ava. Did you get a different wand? No, of course you didn't get a different wand. Okay, so, we want them to, yeah, okay, here it is. Here's the other ones that I was looking for. You need to improve grandmother's mood, heal negative sentiments, and then these are optional things. So, I'm just gonna have Ava go here for now. Maybe we'll have her, actually, she would be kind of petty, so, not locked for specific sim. I think she would want her computer locked for everybody, right? Lock computer for everyone but Ava. Only Ava gets to use her computer. And I might do that with some of the other ones too, because I feel like they would definitely be that way. And it looks like Grandma's doing a good job. Again, sorry, said I was gonna stop. But Ava likes fitness, I heard, is one of the things that she likes. So we might have her do some workout stuff. And I definitely gave her some workout gear in her room. Oh, Grandma is scared of a thunderstorm. Well, there goes putting Grandma in a good mood. She was in a good mood for a nanosecond, and then the rain started, and now she's afraid of the thunderstorm. Okay, so here it says, and she's talking to Ava again, you three can hardly sit in a room together without squabbling like school kids. Siblings should stand together and work as a team, not bicker. This petty infighting stops now. And if you can't, put aside grudges and act like a family for at least one family dinner. So help me, I will donate every last cent of my fortune to more deserving families. You're right, we can mend fences or act like it. It's not my fault my siblings are useless. Well, Ava's kind of mean, so again, my first inclination is to do that. But again, I think she's trying to manipulate Granny into thinking that, you know, that she's kosher with everything. So we're gonna do this one and stuff. Who knows? Maybe Ava's personality might change throughout the game by different things, but we definitely need to improve Granny's skill, and she loves to play piano. So I'm gonna have her come in here and just play the piano for a little bit. Hopefully that'll calm her down. And oh, well, we already did that. Like I said, it was for a nano minute, but it worked. It checked it off, so we're doing good there. And then the kids are kind of older, and Grandma's older. But I also, when we did Ava as the lawyer last time, I was like, well, she doesn't have any schooling, and that doesn't make sense if you wanted it to be more kind of realistic, right? So I was thinking that perhaps it would be better. Where'd you go, Grandma? Okay, there you are. Why'd you go that way? Why didn't you just go through the house? Oh my goodness, and there's so many dead plants in here too. So we'll have to fix the dead plant issue. Apparently all these plants are dying. That's not gonna help. But over time we can get her some new seeds and get some new plants going in here. But yeah, so it doesn't make sense, but maybe we can send Ava eventually to school. She's scared. She's scared and she's standing outside of her sister's room. That's kind of hilarious. We locked her computer. That's what we did. And again, I'm pausing. I need to not pause. But let's see how old everybody is. We really need to see that. So let's forget about Ava for a nano minute. We'll come back and look at her in a minute. But Nessa has a fairly long bar, so I think we'll be okay for a little while. But maybe, see, Ava's business savvy. She's a perfectionist. Of course, she wants to be fabulously wealthy. That is her main goal. And she definitely wants to get herself a job. But I also think she would need to go into school and stuff. So I'm going to have her research Brightchester first and see how she likes that. And we're also going to eventually have Lila go to school for sure. She's going to definitely go to Britechester because of what she wants to do. And then Eddie, I don't know if it pays for him to go to school. Eddie and Ava are both adults already. And so I see Eddie maybe doing freelance work and getting ahead that way. So we'll probably have him do freelance work. Okay, we need to go, and it looks like this house was set up for a cat. So we may, and that kind of, I think that would kind of fit with this family. So we will probably have Grandma get herself a cat. But first we're going to dispose of all these dead plants, and then we'll get her some new seeds, and she can plant some new ones. I'll have to go check and make sure that one she planted earlier isn't dead. I'm not sure why all these ones are dead, but they are. It looks like the ones outside are okay though. And then she did that parsley. Did it die? No, it did not die. So yeah, we'll just have to keep an eye. I think those are all the plants, but if we come across more, we'll fix them as we go on through time. It's early, it's kind of early afternoon, so we'll have Grandma later get started with making dinner, but I'm gonna have her dispose of all these plants first, and then we'll have her I see her doing like fruits and herbs. I also could see her doing the fruits and flowers and vegetables, so we'll do that. So we'll get those, maybe get one of the uncommon plants, and yeah, we'll just get a couple here and see what we get, and then we can choose what we want to plant from that. I don't know if we want garlic seeds. We'll get one just in case. Yeah, and if we have a catnip might be nice. So just go through, not the magical plants too much, but we'll just get one of those. Oh, there was a little extra money, I think, for me changing some things up. And of course I just got the house again like last time with free real estate, so that we didn't lose any of the inheritance money, because I still wanted to keep that for now. If you guys think it should be otherwise, let me know and we can always adjust that. I probably should have went back and put the money back down to 80,000, but I mean it was an extra 3,000, but then we just paid for plants, so we'll do that for now. Okay, and then Eddie, how are you doing? Let's see, you want to, what do you want to do? You want to practice programming for 5 hours. You're 3 hours in, so we'll let you continue doing that. Ava's just standing around, and I feel really bad for that. So she didn't even go and do what I asked her to. She must be having the same computer problem initially as the other one. So it did lock the computer, but it didn't do anything else. So let's have her again. We'll research Foxbury. We'll research Britechester. I'm not sure which one will be the better fit for her. And then Lila will definitely be getting into Britechester. How are you? You've done 5 out of 6. So when she's done with that, then, oops, okay. So Foxbury, biology, computer science, economics, physics, psychology, millinery, regular degrees, art history, communication, fine arts, history, language. Some of these might not be what I'm looking for Ava, so I think she's going to end up at Britechester too. And we'll just start with that. But then I know we are going to also, everyone but Lila. So yeah, we're gonna definitely send Ava, I think, to Britechester University, and then we're gonna do that, Ava, we're going to do that for you too. So, university scholarships, review info packet. I don't know if she can apply for any scholarships because it doesn't have an option here. So, she might not be able to. So, Eddie's got level 3 programming. And knowing your scholarships, okay, skill, need-based, career, all the basic stuff, sports and e-grant, okay, but you can apply for scholarships. I wonder why she can't apply. Well, let's apply to university anyway. And then we can get her enrolled, or maybe not, since it's kind of stuck where it's at. We'll try again. There it goes. Are you applying? Yeah, she's applying. Okay, great. Okay. And then she's just really scared of this thunderstorm. And then Nessa, it looks like she did successfully clean out all the dead plants, so that's good. We'll have her go use the bathroom. Then we'll look at her plants and figure out what we can and can't have her do. Let's check back on, it looks like she really needs to go to the bathroom. Let's check back on Eddie and see where he's at with his goal. So he is completed the programming one. It doesn't look like he needs to go to the bathroom or anything right now. Oops, where's inventory needs? He's fine. So what does he want to do now? He wants to write a bucket list goal. Well, we'll probably let him do that. He also wants to play programming. So let's go ahead and write a goal. We'll just see what he comes up with on his own. I'm going to pause it for 1 second. Yes, you really need to go to the bathroom. So why don't you go to the bathroom here? Let you share with your sister and do that. She did apply to the university, so I think we just have to wait to hear back. Yeah, so we'll just have to wait to hear back for her. And then Lila, did you finish your goal to play for 6 hours? She did, so I'm gonna have her stop that too. She's gonna claim her bed, and then we're gonna see if we can get her to do the things I asked her to do. Wow, she was able to do them with no problem, unlike the other two. Eva did claim her bed. Yes, okay. So she did that at least. So we're doing good. And then, of course, that's where Lila's going to go. Let's see here. What did you write for your goal, Eddie? Let's spend a day in the bay. Spend a day in Brindleton Bay. A picture of seaside-friendly animals, and I hear the mayor has some very reasonable policies. The perfect spot for a day trip, I'd say. Okay, so he wants to go spend a day in Brindleton Bay. All right. And we finished that. He wants to tell a joke. Can I pin that? Yes. So we'll maybe let him do that. I think it was alternative he wanted to. So turn on to alternative. We'll have him listen to this for a little bit. Yeah, we just want to work on their goals and get them places. And then I think it eventually asks them, the grandma asks them eventually to get a job. And I think we want to wait for them to get a job till that part triggers, I think, is how we want to do that. Okay, so let's have you apply for email form for advice. Let's do that first, and then let's apply for scholarships because you can, and then after that we'll have her apply for university. And with that, I am going to, so she's not fully accepted into the university yet, but I think we're gonna stop this video here because the dogs have realized somebody has come home, and so I'm gonna end this video here. We're almost back to where we were kind of episode 3 anyway, in some pieces and parts, but thank you so much for watching. I appreciate it if you're still here. I apologize for the noise. And thank you so much. And wherever you are, whatever time of day you're having, I hope you have a good one. Thank you so much. Take care. Bye-bye.